For over a decade, Cristiano Ronaldo was defined by a specific kind of dominance. He was the solitary superstar, a player whose physical output was the primary engine for both his club and country. But the most significant trophy of his international career was won in a match where he lasted just 24 minutes. The setting was Euro 2016 in France. At age 31, this was widely considered Ronaldo's final prime opportunity for a major international title. To understand how Portugal survived that final without him, we have to look at how a team built around individual brilliance transitioned into a collective that could function without its centerpiece. This tournament used an expanded 24-team format, meaning Portugal only needed to finish among the best third-place teams to advance. Drawn against Iceland, Austria, and Hungary, they were the clear favorites to dominate the group. Instead, they opened with a 1-1 draw against Iceland. After the match, a visibly frustrated Ronaldo attacked Iceland's defensive tactics, claiming they had a small mentality for celebrating a draw. The frustration only grew. Against Austria, Ronaldo missed a late penalty that would have secured the win. Then, against Hungary, Portugal was forced to chase the game 3 separate times, ultimately settling for a chaotic 3-3 draw. Portugal finished the group stage with 0 wins. They moved into the knockout rounds as a disjointed side, surviving only because of the tournament's new mathematical leniency. In the round of 16, they faced a Croatia side that had just beaten Spain and looked significantly more fluid than the struggling Portuguese. For 116 minutes, neither side managed a single shot on target. Portugal effectively abandoned their attacking flair, prioritizing a rigid defensive structure that stifled Croatia's midfield. A 117th-minute goal from Ricardo Quaresma finally broke the deadlock. After the match, defender Pepe described the performance as a war, emphasizing grit over aesthetics of ball. By winning a match with 0 shots on target for nearly 2 hours, Portugal demonstrated they could advance by simply outlasting their opponents rather than outplaying them. That endurance was tested again in the quarterfinal against Poland. After another 120 minutes of play, the match went to a penalty shootout. Midfielders João Moutinho was hesitant to step up, visibly shaken by the pressure. Ronaldo walked over to him, not to demand a result, but to manage his teammates' fear. He told Moutinho, "Come, you hit them well. If we lose, screw it. Be strong. It's in God's hands now." Both men converted their kicks. Portugal won the shootout 5-3, moving to the semifinals without having won a single game in 90 minutes. This marked a shift in how the captain engaged with the squad. Rather than expressing individualistic anger at their struggles, he was now actively absorbing the team's collective anxiety. The semifinal pitted Ronaldo against his Real Madrid teammate Gareth Bale and a Wales team that had become the tournament's underdog story. For a brief moment, the individual star returned. Ronaldo delivered a towering header to open the scoring, leading Portugal to a 2-0 win, their only victory of the tournament that didn't require extra time. It was a final display of his physical impact, securing a place in the final before his role was forced to change. On July 10th, Portugal faced France at the Stade de France. The French were the favorites, playing on home soil after a convincing win over Germany in the semifinals. 8 minutes in, Dimitri Payet clattered into Ronaldo's knee. Despite attempting to play on, the captain was forced off the pitch in tears by the 24th minute. Without their focal point, Portugal's defense became their only path to victory. They absorbed 18 shots from the French, with goalkeeper Rui Patricio and the backline refusing to break. The team fell back on the resilience they had developed throughout the tournament, holding the line as the match moved into extra time. Ronaldo returned to the sideline with a heavily bandaged knee. He spent the remainder of the match pacing the technical area, shouting instructions, and effectively acting as a second coach beside Fernando Santos. Before the final period of extra time, he approached substitute striker Éder, a player who had struggled for form, and told him he would be the one to score the winner. In the 109th minute, Éder muscled past Laurent Koscielny and unleashed a low drive from distance. The ball found the bottom corner, giving Portugal a 1-0 lead. Éder later noted that Ronaldo's specific encouragement gave him the energy to take that shot. Portugal held the lead for the final 11 minutes to secure their first major trophy. Portugal's victory was the result of a month-long evolution. They won because a rigid defensive system kept them alive, a substitute striker found a moment of physical strength, And their captain discovered that leadership involves more than what happens on the ball.